May I have your attention, please, all rise. Lawrence County District Court is now in session. The Honorable Donald R. Capper presiding. All those having business before the court, all nine, you shall be heard. God bless the great state of Ohio and this honorable court. You may be seated.
Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone, to Lawrence County District Court. I'm Judge Donald Capper. I have some good news and bad news. The good news is this case, I believe, from what the lawyers tell me, is resolved. The bad news is that you came today, so my apologies for that. This just happened moments ago. So to make sure we have a clear record, I want that to happen before I dismiss the jury if there's going to be a change of plea. So, Mr. Stratton. And I'll announce the cases. It's State of Ohio versus Robert J. Parker, case number 22-554, and also case number 22-798.
Your Honor, just like to make a record of this, but the complaint on the second case was served on me. We acknowledge receipt of that indictment and waive any defects in service on that. That was actually scheduled by this court for the 9th, but we had been served with that prior to that, prior to today.
There was an order agreeing that the cases could be tried today.
There was a stipulation of that, Your Honor. So, Your Honor, today, on behalf of Mr. Parker, he'll plead guilty to both counts, a violation of the protection order.
Is that correct, Mr. Parker?
Yes, sir.
And you're doing so of your own free will? No one's coerced you to do this plea
No,
today?
it's my free will.
All right. Thank you. You can be seated. So what I'm going to do now, I'm not going to detain you folks any longer. I apologize for the inconvenience. And I also want to thank you. We all have a constitutional right to trial by jury, and hopefully you'll never need that, but our system and our country is one of the few countries in the world that has a trial by jury component to it. And when you think about it, it really does, and we've had a lot of discussion lately about democracy and self-government. This is self-government at the very baseline, because in most countries, if you have a dispute between the state and an individual where there's charges, you don't get a jury. It's going to be one judge, or maybe at most a panel of judges, maybe 3 judges that decide who are elected officials. But in our system, as a citizen, you have a right to have your fellow citizens hear the facts of the case and make that decision. So that really puts the power of the government in the hands of citizens. And I know it's inconvenient for you. I'm sure many of you had much more important things to you that you wanted to get done this afternoon, but we couldn't do this without having you here. And I didn't know this was going to happen. We had a hearing Friday and it didn't happen then. This just happened in the last few moments, too late to notify you not to come in. So thank you for your service. Thank you for your willingness to come today. You are dismissed, and you're welcome to stay if you want. I'm going to go ahead and have a sentencing hearing with Mr. Parker as soon as those of you who wish to depart. So thank you for being here today.
I'm going to talk to Lydia and see if she can conjure up a fixed one.
Okay, so now let's put on the record, it's my understanding there's going to be a joint recommendation on sentencing, or you want to argue individually what your position is on?
There will be a joint recommendation, Your Honor.
Yes, a joint recommendation, Your Honor.
All right, and is there any one complaining party that wants to be involved in this?
She indicated she didn't want to be in the courtroom.
Okay.
She's still here in the building.
All right, and even during the sentencing part, she didn't want to be here.
Yes, that's right, isn't it, Brad?
Yeah, I can go ask her again if she wants to step in for this part.
If you would, just ask her, the judge said she has a right to make a statement if she wants. She doesn't have to. If she does not want to do that, I'd just like to confirm that she does not want to be involved.
Your Honor, I think that it might be prudent to have his probation officer in here, Mr. Davis.
Yes, I think that's good. Is he here?
He is here.
Let's have Mr. Davis come in.
Your Honor, one thing that we want to try to do, we have a proposed civil protection order that involves Mr. Parker and Mrs. Parker that he is going to agree to consent to in Scioto County as part of our agreement to make a recommendation to the court. Previously, we scratched on it, and it's going to need to be amended just a little bit, and I don't know whether, I want to try to get that done before we finish court today. So I don't know whether we'll need to print a new one off or how that's going to go. But it's just a couple minor things that need to be corrected.
Right, and I take it this is Mr. Davis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Well, as I understand, your brother, Andy, he was here this morning, so.
I want to apologize for that.
He's actually helped a lot of folks in our community who had substance use issues, and he's got them in the treatment and counseling center, and so we value his work here at the court. So and it's nice to meet you, sir. So it's my understanding you're going to be involved in the probation aspects of this, so I wanted you to be present in court when we do the sentencing. So, and Detective Lehman, did you confirm that?
Yes.
The
Yes, she does not wish to give a
not
statement.
want to participate.
Yeah, correct. She does not wish to give a statement.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Healy.
Your Honor, if it please the court, there has been quite a bit of negotiation about resolving this matter, and it's because we take it as a very serious offense that deserves the kind of response that I think we can make and what we've agreed to. First and foremost, there are two charges. They're both first-degree misdemeanors with a maximum of 6 months in the county jail on each one. What we have agreed to is a sentence of 8 months in the county jail suspended. So that would be 6 months on one and 2 months on the other consecutively, or if the court wanted to break it up another way, we don't oppose that. We would be asking for 2 years of probation. We would ask for, specifically for that probation to be supervised by the Scioto County Adult Probation Department through Mr. Davis. And that is because he's already on probation there and he is a resident of Scioto County, and we think that that's an effective way to monitor this, particularly because of the nature of the case. Mr. Parker is going to agree to a consent order for an extension of the current domestic violence civil protection order in Scioto County, which would take it out another 5 years from today. We have to probably do a couple little amendments to that document before it be ready to be signed, but we would want, as part of the agreement, that that be done hopefully before anybody leaves the courthouse today. That would be our goal anyway. If not, we want it completed within as short a period of time as
Does this
possible.
apply to the minor, to the 5 years?
Yes, it does, yes. And the minor's still a minor. He's 15 or 16, so it's going to apply to him for at least a couple of years, and then I don't know what happens to it after that. I think maybe he has an independent voice in whether he wants it to extend or not. But for today, it would. What am I forgetting? The 8 months would be suspended, of course. I don't know if he spent any time. I don't think he spent any.
Costs that were.
The costs, obviously, we take no position on fines.
And there will be, and I'll have to get what that figure is, some juror fees. So I think the only fee they were paid was an appearance fee, which was $6 a person. So.
Right.
But I can get that from the clerk today.
So That's correct, Your Honor, what prosecutor has presented. There are a couple edits on this protection order. I believe the court is not going to issue a no contact order and just let the protection order be the, speak to his staying away from her. So we'll need to take that out of this protection order here. Also, I'll show you that line here, right here. I don't know if you read that the same way as I do. That's
Finds that a no contact protection order for an additional.
no contact order covering protection.
Yeah. Provided that this protection order is executed, agreed to, and he signs it, and it can be filed, we don't think that there needs to be a no contact order from this case. It's the same.
Yeah,
It's the same
And will this
idea.
be filed in the Scioto County
Yes, Your Honor.
Court? Okay.
You were.
that's it. That's the extent of it, Your Honor. Once we get that printed out, we'll sign that, and I understand that a copy of that was sent to the prosecutor's office, so maybe one of the ladies in the prosecutor's office can edit that real quick.
Yeah, Mr. Parker, you, as a defendant, have a right to make a statement to the court. You're not required to also. Do you have anything you want to say or have any questions that you want to raise at this time?
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Mr. Davis, anything that you see that we're doing that you have some question about or how it's going to be carried out?
How soon will we get a sentencing entry?
We should be able to get it today, I would think.
Okay. I just need to take one of those back with us.
Okay. Anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, so I will approve, and we'll go ahead and type up an entry. Usually they do them in the courtroom, but I don't know how your municipal court is, but we have a lot of cases. Usually are doing them on the fly as we go. We have multiple cases. So this one I'll actually prepare an entry and have the lawyers review it before we file it. But I'll sentence Mr. Parker on 22-554 to 6 months, 180 days. I'll make it a $150 fine cost and 2 years of level 4 probation to be supervised by the adult probation of Scioto County. Do we even need, typically I would set a review hearing here. We do periodic review hearings to make sure people have completed. There will be fines and court costs, so I'll go ahead and set a review hearing. The first one will be July 31st of 23. So let's just keep that date. That's 9 a.m., July 31st, 23 will be a review hearing, and then my probation officer can contact you to see if there's been problems. I assume if there's a major problem, you're going to let us know before July 31st.
Yes, sir.
On the second case, the 798 case, I'll do a $100 fine. Only one cost since they both arose out of the same incident. And that one will be 60 days suspended. And also 2 years of level 4 probation supervised by Scioto County adult probation. Same review hearing date.
And we'd ask that to be consecutive.
Yeah, and they'll be consecutive. They're all suspended. And then council are drafting a consent agreement that you both approve, and I'll execute that today, and a judgment entry also.
This will be presented to the Common Police Court in Scioto County.
Okay.
But we want Mr. Parker to be ordered not to leave until we either have it signed or have some provisions to make sure it gets signed. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and he'll need to meet with Mr. Cooper and I guess Mr. Davis, do you want to meet with him also? I think it'd probably be a good idea today, get things started. And not depart the courthouse until we get the consent agreement signed. So you don't have to sign that as well. Anything else?
Just to clarify, Your Honor, when you were talking about consecutive, you're just talking about the sentences and not the
Yes.
probation.
Yes, 2 years, which is the standard in this court, is
Yeah.
2 years probation. That's not unusual. But I want the lawyers to work on the consent agreement. I'll get the judgment entry together, make sure, and circulate it to you too today. Mr. Parker not to leave till the paperwork's finalized, meet with our probation and Mr. Davis, and once that's all completed, then you're free to leave.
Have a seat out in the hallway. Have a seat out there. and
Court's
we'll
adjourned.
do this together.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Don't leave, just have a seat out there. After I go out there.
So I'm going to go see whether we can do this.
Does that, you okay with everything there?
Well, we got the date we got to fix.
I think the date's back here somewhere, too.
We've got to fix the thing saying that it's 1 count or 2 counts, and then the part about this is no contact order.
I think the date was back here somewhere, too.